it's fine. I'm fine. You know, just he rattled me. I want to show you guys the kitchen. He starts walking. I'm like, and I'm starting to feel the energy now. Like the energy's heating up in the place in a way that you just sense it. Something is coming to life. And I'm like, why do you want to see the kitchen? I don't understand. Well, that's where they eat. He tells me that's where they eat. I'm like, oh boy, is he okay? And he just keeps walking ahead of us. I don't know if this guy's possessed, if he's crazy, if he's leading us on to something, a joke. And so he keeps going deeper. He takes us up and deeper inside. All of a sudden, we're in a corridor, and there's this eye, an occult eye. Basically an eye that's painted on like an arts and crafts style canvas with 69 written in the corners. And I'm like, oh my God, this is occult. You know, there probably are Satanists here too. I mean, where is this guy leading us? And then he leads us through a wall, and there's a death sign. It says death written on a chalkboard right in front of this wall. It's just like, if there's ever a time to run back, I said, this is it. We're not going to go here. It says death. This is, everything is giving me the feeling that we're really doomed. And he keeps pulling us through. And the girl didn't want to go either. So I thought, I can't break up the group. I'm going to stay together. So we go through this wall, and now we're back into the light in this lit corridor. And we're walking, and that's when we start to, like, there's footprints on the ground, like pretty fresh. It's a chalky ground. How do you say it? It's like construction saw, like a sawdust on the ground. So there's fresh footprints walking around. And there's these Woody Guthrie guitars all over the place that say, this machine kills fascists. Because Woody Guthrie was at the hospital at one time. And it really got spooky at that point. And then we heard a footstep above us. It felt like someone walking above us. And then a footstep very clearly behind us in the corridor. And that's when I grabbed him, like, you motherfucker, you better get us out of here now, because we can't, we're really in trouble. There's someone here. And that's when he realized, oh no, we really are in trouble. So we started running out, and we get to, we found a door that was open, but there was a chair positioned right in front of the door. So it was as though if we had trampled on the chair, we would have created a loud noise. So he jumps over the chair, pushes through, and we get outside and we get back to the car. And we pull away and we think, okay, it's over, and that's a great experience, and then we're going to start writing a script about it. But what's really strange is the Satanist thing. I think there were Satanists there that night. Because
let me stop you. That's exactly what I was about to say, and I hadn't gone through the story with you yet, is that it could have been them dressed up inside of there, and he saw somebody in the dark, and then the footsteps you heard were people.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, because what happens is the following night, I go back to Los Angeles, and Alex has a man standing outside of his window.
That's Alex Wraith.
Yeah, he has a man outside of his house in a hood, like basically like a hood. It looks, well,
this almost sounds like gang stalking or something. Have you heard of that?
It is. It actually is, because he proceeded to have these guys out of his window.
Well, see, but let me stop you. Nobody would believe this, but Ventura doesn't want to get into it. Tyrell, who I think doesn't want to get into it. But the harassment and stuff, the guys in suits breaking in, facilities getting broken into, the threats, the CIA trying to mess with them. And basically that's part of CIA mind control, is they'll put somebody on PCP, bring them dressed up in devil outfits to freak them out. I mean, that's what this kind of sounds like. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because it was definitely Satanists do consort there, and I mean, Alex has told me experiences where he's been to a couple of these mental hospitals, and they're trying to conjure demons. That's very clear, and so
because they believe, because of the negativity, and I've seen mainline news reports on this, that Satanists are always breaking into them because they believe the negativity will help them get this power.
Yeah, they have. It has to do with there's a mixture of things. It might be part of the energy that's been created in this location. It's been trapped there, obviously, as you said. Yeah, it's a very negative location because of the history of it, the amount of pain, suffering. Also, don't forget that if these patients did bring any demons, so let's say that these patients were haunted by shadows, things from the sort of the fourth dimension and beyond, right? If they had these shadows on them and talking to them as they whisper in your ear. I mean, this is known as the jinn, and the Arabs are very clear. And
every culture, yeah.
Yeah, and the jinn is very real to the Arab. You talk to almost any person from Arabia to Iran to Lebanon, and you say jinn, they freak out. It's not a joke. To us demons, we laugh, but that's taken very seriously. So if these people did have these sort of jinn shadow things, as Paranormal Activity showed the shadow pretty clearly, that's what a shadow would be. It's you don't really see much of a substance. It's just a vapor. Then these shadows are talking to them, and then these people come and they're locked inside of a mental hospital. Now, let's say they die there or they leave there, and the shadow stays on. The shadows are now like almost like a consort. Like
so that's the theory: is it becomes like a ghost yard of ghost, almost like pirate ships kind of gathering at a secret island. It becomes like a graveyard for ghosts.
Indeed, exactly. It's a ground, like you've created a portal in a sense. It's like Ghostbusters time, but you've created.
And then the researchers think that attracts more. I never get into things like this on air, even though everybody's got stories. I mean, I've had a few experiences in my life. My mother has, especially at our home place out in East Texas. Everybody talks about it, and it's certain places, especially prisons, things like that. We'll be right back with Sean Stone. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Fear of falling is the #1 reason seniors leave the home they love, and millions of aging Americans can no longer enjoy the pleasure of a simple bath from fear of falling. Don't leave your home. There is a solution. The revolutionary Designed for Seniors walk-in tub. Rediscover the soothing, luxurious pleasure of a comfortable and therapeutic bath by calling 877-513-3797. The Designed for Seniors walk-in tub has everything. A low step and walk-in door for easy access, built-in heating, easy-to-reach controls with both water and air jet therapy to soothe away aches and pains. All tubs are proudly made in the USA and come with a limited lifetime warranty. Enjoy a relaxing, safe, and comfortable bath again. Call 877-513-3797 and ask for the Designed for Seniors walk-in tub. That's 877-513-3797. The Designed for Seniors walk-in tub for boomers and beyond.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract.
My name is Van, and I'm 68 years old, and I live in Vermont. In the spring of 2003, I started to have problems with my heart. It felt like my heart was pounding, made me feel breathless. I tried many different things to try to get some help for myself. Nothing did anything.
Heart and Body Extract is very powerful, very effective, and works quickly.
I saw one of Sharon's ads and ordered Heart and Body Extract. I noticed a difference quickly, within days. The episodes became less frequent, and by a month had completely vanished.
Usually you find a 30-day or 60-day guarantee. Heart and Body Extract comes with a lifetime 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. Call 866-295-5305. 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
We're going to continue with Sean Stone, writer-director in his own right. Throughout the entirety of the next hour, we're going to get into the Federal Reserve, the monetary system. Got some of the folks from LaRouche Pack coming on, but he's got this upcoming movie about his experience as Greystone coming out. And I never get into this stuff because if I can't prove something 100%, I don't cover it. But pretty much everybody's had experiences. Every culture, something's going on. And during the break, Rob Dew, one of our great video editors and camera guys, ran up to me and told this experience just real fast. And we're going back to Sean Stone to get his take on this. Tell folks the story you just told me.
Sure. Yeah. My band, we were having a band practice one night, and it was the middle of a song. We were jamming along, and we were doing a great version of it. And nobody was singing. And then all of a sudden, we hear this scream comes through the PA, and I mean, it sounded unearthly, and it sounded like pain, like horrible pain. And I look up because I thought maybe one of the singers had done something. I look up at him because we have 2 singers in the band, and he's just playing his guitar, and he starts looking around. And then I look over at the other singer, and she's not doing anything. She's looking at me like, because they thought I did it. And then all of a sudden, we felt this presence. I felt this presence, and then the singer confirmed it. She felt it too. I felt this thing go through me, and I got huge goosebumps. Like I've never had like that before.
Now tell the rest where you were practicing.
Okay, this is what's interesting. It was on First Street in South Austin, and it used to be a children's home where they would take. It looks like a nursing home type setup, long hallways with little rooms, but it's where they kept kids who were, mentally disturbed and stuff like that. So I mean, it totally ties in with what's going on.
And is that a place where bands practice or something?
Yeah, they've turned it into band rehearsals.
Because I've heard of that place.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of mainly metal bands, but we're sort of like the nice hippie band that.
Well, there you go. And I'm not going to get into any of my experiences. I'm just going to leave that alone. But Sean Stone, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think we don't quite understand is how this white noise thing works. Insofar as I consider the universe in terms of energy, right? I mean, if all of existence is really just an energy phenomena, and matter itself, as we know, is just a very it's a very slowed down frequency of energy. But if these things are, let's say, of a higher vibration and higher density, they're beyond our perceivable eye. Maybe they move simply too fast. I mean, a bullet moves too fast for the eye to see, so they could be moving too fast for us, however you want to put it. And they're able to ride certain waves the same way you could ride various bands for radio stations and whatnot. I mean, I've had demons call me and various caliber of voice actually talking to me. I mean, sometimes it sounds like a devil, very just kind of laughing and toying with you. But once it was actually a really interesting night where the thing was very clear and very human, and it was just talking to me and knew exactly what I was doing. I was in my apartment.
But how do you know, here's the deal, how do you know it's not a government psyop because you're a successful actor, your dad's one of the most famous directors out there? I mean, there's cases of government doing this. How do you know some of the people that invited you to that former insane asylum, how do you know they didn't have people there to set you up?
Well, no one invited me to the insane asylum. That was a break-in. I mean, that was really illegal, and Alex and I did it, secretly. No one would have really known. How
do you know Alex didn't set it up? I'm going to ask him that when he joins us.
Well, you can ask him. It's a pretty complicated thing to do because the place is so big too. At the end of the day, it's tough. I mean, unless you're following someone. You'd have to be really a trickster, and I think you'd have to be a genius, honestly, in order to actually set this stuff up. Because I've been through experiences with him where I've seen a girl get possessed, a couple girls, actually 2 or 3 get possessed.
And that's because you've been working on this movie, researching this stuff.
Yeah.
Has it increased the amount of activity you're seeing since you've been focused on it?
Yeah, I think it increases it. But you have to remember one thing, like we deal with the Bohemian Grove, for example. I mean, there's a reason these guys are doing this pagan style of worship. They are trying to conjure something.
Oh, by the way, we've got to go to break, but you're right. People could say this is just a play, but I was there with those 1,000 men. They were getting off in it. They were in religious rapture. It was like going to a holy roller church where they're getting into it. They were in rapture. Sean Stone, stay there. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother.